guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a unhauling. I was currently moving all my stuff to my new bedroom, and books I had to move as well. So I thought, well, I might as well just go through them, find books that I didn't like or just bought because they were cover buys, which is like half of the bin that I have. So this will be fun to get through. There's a lot to do. I'm not kidding. There's probably about 20 maybe books to go through. These are in no particular order. It's whatever I grab from the big box that I have. But the first one I'm getting rid of is Blood Red Road by Maura Young. I first read this when it actually just came out many times ago. I don't remember when it came out. But this is like a post-apocalyptic kind of young adult fiction book. I do remember there being a brother and sister, and they're just living in this terrible world, and they get split up, and they have their own things that they're going through, and it's dangerous, and it's bloody, and if I remember correctly, there's a little tiny bit of romance. It is a series. I don't know how many books are in it, but it is a series. The next one I'm getting rid of is Unthinkable by Nancy Werlin. I think I got this at the dollar store. I don't remember. I tried reading this, but it just didn't work. And the next one is Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I read this, and I did not like it. And I don't want it on my shelf, I guess, so it's going as well. And the next one is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver as well. I did not like the book. I actually liked the movie a lot more. And I'm not, when it comes to when it comes to Lauren Oliver books, I'm just not a fan. So the next one is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I tried reading this series. I don't know if this is, I think this is book 2. I don't know what this is, but I tried reading this series. High fantasy is not the genre I would choose to read a lot. Oh, the next one is Carrier of the Mark by Leigh Fallen. This one I definitely got at the dollar store. And I got book 2, or whatever's book 2, but I have both of them. I bought them purely because of the covers and that they were $1. But it turns out I don't actually like them. And the next one is Dark Visions by L.J. Smith. This is actually 3 books in one. Like, it's just one of those where they put the whole series in one type thing. This follows kind of like a group of kids where they all have supernatural, paranormal abilities. You know, like witches and demons, I think, or something like that. It's been a long time since I read it, and I remember liking it, but I don't know. I tried reading it again recently, and maybe my reading tastes have changed, but I just found it very juvenile to read. These ones I got together, and that's Stars Never Rise and The Flame Never Dies by Rachel Vincent. Yeah. I think this is a 3-book series. I'm not sure, but I got the first one, which I think is this one, and I only got a few chapters in because I always try to read at least 100 pages, and I got past that, but I just couldn't love it, and I really wanted to. But it's just so cliche. It's like every fantasy paranormal book for YA that I've read over and over again. It's got everything in it. And the next one is Velvet by Temple West. But this one follows kind of like, it's a really pretty cover, but it's about a girl that I guess kind of falls for a vampire. I do love reading vampire books. I think, you know, after a while, when it was hugely hyped up, it's not as much now. There's a lot of vampire books out there that are really good. Okay, so the next is Carnival of Souls by Melissa, her name is gone, Marr, by Melissa Marr. I vaguely know that it's about a place called Carnival of Souls where murder and pleasure is offered, and I thought that was kind of really cool and very different, and so I bought it. And I tried reading it a few times afterwards, and the main character is just not doing it for me. She's not pulling me into the story. I didn't really care for her. She kind of annoyed me. This one is The Infinite Moment of Us. I can read cursive. By Lauren, her name's gone again, Lauren Miracle. This was a total cover buy. I did not actually care to read this. I just liked the cover and I wanted it on my bookshelf. So this one was actually a gift from my aunt. And it's called Beyonders, A World Without Heroes by Brandon Mole. This is just not the kind of book I like to read. This is very fantasy. It's got like a 3D cover. Makes that weird sound. Yeah, but it's not my type of book at all, so, you know, I did pick it up a bit to try to see if maybe it was something I like. Didn't happen. It kind of reminds me of Percy Jackson, though, if people want, you know, a thing like that. The next one is Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. This was boring. I didn't like it. I DNF'd it a few chapters in. I don't really know what else to say. I just didn't like it. It was kind of boring and cliche and like any other Beauty and the Beast type book out there. So the next one is The Haunting of Sunshine Girl by Paige Mackenzie. I bought this because I found her YouTube channel and I saw that she had a book and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I realized that I can't read her book because the writing sucks, to be very honest. The next one is Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. I love the movie Wonder Woman, so I thought I liked the book, but I just don't. The next one is The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson. This is a exclusive cover from Owl Crate, I think. Yeah. This is a post-apocalyptic book as well. I didn't get to choose this because it was just an Owl Crate book, but from how it is described, it's just not something I want to read. The next one is Love Unscripted by Tina Reber. I got this at the thrift store for like 99 cents, so, you know, that's always good. I read it, and it's usually up my owl. It's usually up my aisle, but because it's like sexy and romantic, and you know I love romance, you guys. And there's like, I think it's about an actor, but I don't know. It's just one of those romance books. It's one of those romance books. Just don't do it for me. The next one is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I'm only giving this away because I accidentally bought it again because I forgot that I already owned it. So the next one is J. Asher, What Light. What Light is the title. J. Asher is the author. I said that backwards. I love 13 Reasons Why, but I just could not get into What Light, which is disappointing because it's a really pretty book and it has like a great, you know, idea and plot for it. The next one is Black Watch by Jenna Burtonshaw. This is a sequel to Shadow Cry, which I don't have, so I don't really know why I have this, but I do. The next one, there's so many books, is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I've read it, and while it was really cool and different, I don't plan on rereading it again. So next is Drink, Slay, Love by Sarah Beth Durst, and this is a vampire book, in case you did not know or could not tell. And this is actually a Lifetime movie, I think. Yeah, they made a movie out of this on Lifetime. So you know it's going to be very dramatic and filled with a vengeful ex-murderess, because that's what Lifetime is all about. The next one is Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. The Prison is Alive. This follows a boy named Finn. I'm reading the back a little bit, and he's in a prison of some sort. I have a hard time reading books that is from a male's point of view. I don't know why, but I just do. coming along from that last comment, I've got Skeleton Creek and Ghost in the Machine by Patrick Carman. Now these both follow a boy's point of view. I did actually read this whole series, but I only have 2. But what makes it really cool is, first off, I really like the inside cover. But inside, it's written like a journal, his journal. And there is a password on some of them that go along with the story. And you go to the web address, which is sarahfincher.com. Sarah is his best friend in the book, and she's running a blog type thing. You enter in the password, and there's videos with actual people who are these characters in them, and they're exploring something to go along with that scene that you just read about. So it's really cool. I mean, I highly recommend it. It's just, I'm not going to read it again. And, you know, I could have just more space on my bookshelves that it takes up. But it is really good. It's very different and fun and interactive, so if that's something you're into, I highly recommend it. The next 2 are from the same author, so I'm just going to do them at the same time, and that's Dare to You and Crash Into You by Katie McGarry. These are cute. Young adult, I believe. Some might be new adult too, but it's a romance series by her. Each is a different character, so that's always fun. You know, that's my favorite. I Remember You by Kathleen DeVitt Bell. This one is a Romeo and Juliet-esque type book. Next is The Magnolia League by Katie Crouch. This is like, I'm pretty sure it's fantasy. It's got like magic, witches, covens, and stuff like that in it, so I thought I would really like it. And I tried reading it, but this was not working. So the next one is Sunset Ranch by A. Destiny and Emma Carlson Byrne. And it's just something I got off of something. Can't remember. But it's a big series of just, it's a really short book too. Next is Only You by Joya Ryan. Again, just another romance. It didn't stand out to me. The next one is The Lonesome Young by Lucy Connors. This was okay. Kind of boring and slow in a few parts. This one is Rush by Maya Banks. This one I got at the thrift store, I think. This is a adult book. I think it's erotica. I think so is what it's, you know, put under. It's good, but it kind of reminds me of 50 Shades of Grey. And I don't like that book. I don't like that series. So, it kind of has the same stuff in it. And while that's all great and dandy, it's the writing and the character interaction I just didn't like. So the next one is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. Whew. This is, I think, a historical book. Yeah, I think so. And there's like a king in there, and then there's this girl who reads a bunch of books and stuff. This is not really something I want to read. The next one is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This is book 1, because I know a book 2 came out, but of different characters, I think. This one follows, what's his name? Monty? Oh. And he's like traveling all over Europe or something, I guess, before he has to marry and become a king or something like that. And he's with his best friend Percy, I think it is, who he has a crush on. Like, he just gets into trouble and everything, and he's trying to deal with his crush and his little sister and his impending life that's coming up. I'm not really into books of gay people or lesbians or anything like that. Not because I don't like anybody like that. It's just, it's not the kind of thing I like to read. And the last one, the last book I'm getting rid of, is The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I just got this because it was pretty cover and it was really hyped up on BookTube at the time. Okay guys, there you go. There is my on-haul video. There is a lot. 44 books, you guys. Did I count those? Yeah. 44 books has been taken off my shelves in what's got to be like the biggest on-haul video I've ever done so far. So, oh right, they're 45. I'm getting rid of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, but I kind of want to give it to someone specifically because it is a signed book, but it says to Emma. So I need to find an Emma to give it to Emma. So if you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, share it around if you care to. I really appreciate it. I honestly do. I hope you enjoyed this video and had fun seeing what I am unhauling. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.